Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nikki and Brie show. And Nikki, it's nice to finally be right next to you.
Yes, welcome back, Brie.
Thank you.
We
Feels
have
good
missed
to
you.
be home.
I bet.
You know what's crazy is I thought I'd do really good with being lazy and just being forced to binge shows, be bedridden, but I've been the absolute worst.
You've been terrible.
I'm not good at it.
I could have told you that. I knew you weren't going to be terrible at it. I mean, I guess I thought you were going to be a little bit better than what you've been, but it being your first, I don't want to say real injury, like your first big injury, you are the shits at it.
I am.
Yeah.
And how much I would daydream about, if I could just lay in bed all day and snack and watch shows.
And make my family nurse me. And,
do you know? And here I am, and it is not for me.
No. So do you have even more respect for me how many times I've had to do it? Like you said, to actually sit there with an injury and you have time to contemplate life and like what's next.
Well, and it was funny because my mom and my sister were like, Brie, stop doing stuff. And I sent them the... what do you call it? It's like not emoji. What's it called? Like a
meme.
A meme of a sloth doing stuff. I'm like, well, when you're watching your husband and a sloth meme put in, I go, it's hard not to do shit. I mean, bless his heart, but he moves at a very slow pace.
I know. I feel like your Frenchies have even turned into that. Like I was looking I just was watching how Wayne and Penelope this morning were like walking in and out of the door, and I'm like, wow, this whole family is like a sloth.
One, that's rude. You just called my family a sloth.
Well, meaning like you guys are like a family of sloths. I mean, besides you and Buddy, but everyone else moves
slow. No, the dogs actually move very fast. You just caught them on a different
slow
time.
Morning.
Sometimes they go too fast. I feel like I'm going to trip over them. But after I think it was they showed off for Ashley and and so you caught them on that time, because other than that they don't.
Well, you have to like realize, because are you in your third week from the injury? This is entering like pretty much the third week, I think. These first few weeks are so crucial when you are fighting an injury, whether it's out of surgery or broken bones, of staying in bed, elevating, icing.
I mean, I'm still sleeping upright.
The only time to move is with your PT or when your PT tells you to do movement. Other than that, you can't put yourself in situations to slip, to be in a car accident, to just do certain things that can make it worse, especially your situation, because you didn't have surgery. Because if you have surgery, it'll make your injury even worse. So you're trying to prevent that. So more than ever, you have to just sit still.
I know.
Hey, that is, I was saying this yesterday to a group of people. I don't know why it came up, this exact conversation.
Who were you educating? People at the park?
Either people at the park or maybe in the gym. It might have been in the gym during workout or maybe at wrestling practice. Probably at wrestling practice. And what I was saying was, it's just,
were you talking shit about me, or
kind of in the way of saying the reason why all of my injuries I've come back faster and stronger is because those first few weeks I truly
you're good at
I'm good at
rotting in bed.
See, you took it as rotting.
I used a Gen Z term.
You took it as rotting.
Well, that's what I call it.
Healing. I was doing exactly what my body needed me to do, so my blood can flow and heal the fastest. Did whenever there was movement that was needed because it would be the best for my body, I did it. When I needed to have a certain amount of water, when I needed to down bone broth in my system, up my vitamins, prenatals, whatever it may be, I did it. Yeah. Might be, whatever.
I'm doing all that. I just gotta, I guess, lay down more. But I'm
girl, there's so many good shows out there.
That's the thing, is I get sick of watching shows.
Don't get me wrong. I
try to read.
I get sick of my phone. I get sick. And then that's when I get lost in my thoughts and I'm like,
I'll try to read, but like to move the page. I got this new book, The Correspondent, and I'm like trying, and I'm like, you just get frustrated. Mm-hmm. See, this is the thing, is that it happened to my right side. if it was my left side, I feel like it would all be different. But it's my right. But who wants to hear a TMI story?
Oh, we love TMI.
TMI. I know. I actually was like,
if you're going to share it, you have to share the whole story.
I will. Don't you worry. Nicole already knows it. And she has this big smile because she can't wait for me to embarrass myself now.
Oh my gosh. So embarrassing.
So as a lot of you, I'm sure know, and if you don't know, when you're on painkillers, you get really constipated. I think sometimes that's the most uncomfortable part of the beginning part. Like, because when you're on the painkillers, you're not feeling the pain as much, but it's the constipation that's awful. Yeah. And for people like you and I who are super regular, it really gets us, right?
Yeah.
So super constipated. I wasn't the best at taking my
But I don't eat too much in the beginning. So I feel
I barely ate.
Yeah.
So my thing is, so I decided to have my first meal out after,
by the way,
10 days.
It was not after 10 days. There's no way you went and had your first meal out after 10 days. Girl, was it 10 days?
Or was it 8?
Whatever.
I don't know.
I feel like you were a week out, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
So
kind of matters actually.
Yeah. So I was actually,
in this situation, actually it matters. Yeah. You were like a week out.
Yeah. So I was explaining to the waiter that I had to be like, I'm gluten-free, all the things. I felt like they understood, but then there were some things that felt like a little confusing to them.
The best is when I was out with you at Air One and then you asked about gluten-free and they go, well, it's gluten-free as in like, we don't put the gluten in it, but like it gets made on top of gluten. And I was like, so that's not gluten-free. They go, well, so we're calling it like gluten-free friendly. And I'm like,
yeah,
this is the craziest conversation I had. So it's not gluten-free because you put it right on top of gluten and you cooked it.
Yeah. But so I think this happened to me.
Yes,
their confusion. For sure but I was like, whatever, fine, I'm good. Was not good. Go home. I get my severe, like crazy pain in my stomach and all this. And I knew it was coming because like, it's weird what my body will start to do. But remind you all, I hadn't used the restroom for like 8 days. If not, maybe I'm at 10. I don't know, which was,
I mean, you probably didn't use it till before the match, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. You guys, that's SummerSlam.
My body went from 0 to 1,000 on the toilet because what happens to me is I get really sick from both ends. So I'm on the toilet and my daughter's talking to me because she's like, can tell my, like everything's wrong. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Bird. Like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, give mommy her like space, you know, because kids always want to be up in your space. And I'm like, I need my space. So then I'm starting to feel like I'm about to pass out. So I'm like, Bryan. And he wasn't coming. I'm like, the fuck, I'm about to die. Mm-hmm. Come. So I call him. Thank God I had my phone. And he's like,
he usually
because he was outside.
Answers,
he never answers or has his phone on.
Really? Yeah, you never has his phone on.
He's like, yeah. And I go, I'm about to pass out. And I just hang up. So I hear him run. You guys.
The flap feet.
Sure enough, I'm like timber, pants down on the toilet. Imagine. So Bryan comes. I'm passed
By the way,
out.
real quick, think of when I was fainting on you after surgery on the toilet, and you were holding me, with my ankle, and you're like holding me up, and I was like fainting. Isn't it weird?
It's weird what your body can do.
And I hate that feeling of fainting.
It's awful
when your body just
goes
cold.
Like you're gonna die.
You're like, this must be what it feels like.
Yep. So my nanny was there to help. Thank goodness. She was actually just about to leave to go back home. And Bryan screamed out for her. So she comes in. So thank goodness she's in nursing school. And I was definitely her first patient. She got a up close look at what happens to the body. So they carry me. By this, I'm completely out. Like out. So they carry me to my bed, our bed. And Bryan calls 911 because I'm incoherent. Like I had blacked out. Like I'm just not responding and whatever.
Couldn't wake you up, right?
They couldn't wake me up. And think my kids are like screaming. Everyone's like, what the hell's going on? And I was just taking a shit and this all goes down. So the EMTs come in and I kind of am waking up a little bit, but I guess I had to use the restroom. Now I'm at this point, like not coherent. So I don't understand, but I guess I kind of mumbled something. So anyways, long story short, I shit my pants, but I did not know it. So I get put on a wheelchair onto a stretcher, and then Bryan's like telling them like, she has a broken scapula, be careful with her. And I guess I kind of screamed out because how they grabbed my scapula. And this is all happening now. That is happening in the front yard. And my neighbors were freaking out. So I'm in the ambulance, and like Bryan can't come with me, like inside. And I was shivering. So my whole body, I guess, was shaking. I was telling them, I'm freezing cold. And they were like hot. So they turned the air conditioning off. So they're sweating. All of a sudden I kind of wake up, and I go, oh, it smells like shit. And I like looked at them, and they were like looking at me, and I go, did I shit my pants? And they go, you did, but it's okay. And I go, I shit my pants. And then I'm like getting emotional. I'm like, and then I'm apologizing. They're like, stop apologizing. I go, but I can feel
Brie
it. And
out of anyone.
Because that's super embarrassed.
Super.
And like, you guys, it's one that woke me right the F up. I mean, like you can't.
But tell them how you had to like,
okay, so
sit in your shit for like 2 hours.
More like, like try maybe, a while.
And imagine, no offense, the shit, what it was like, cross-contamination of gluten that had been like stored since SummerSlam with painkillers. Oh God.
So, well, I got a lot
Disgusting.
out. I got a lot out before, which made me pass out, is because how much came out of me. So I forget like the big terms and like medical of what happened to my body, but it's because so much fluid came out. It was like what it does to your blood pressure and all your stuff. So anyways, I'm still out of it the time I get to the hospital, and thank God Bryan walks in.
I would have just pretended to pass out again and been like, I'm not even gonna.
I could barely like talk. So, and then they're like reassuring me that they see so much stuff. Like this isn't like pretty much this is normal. And
I would have loved it. They go, Brie Bella, it's fine. Like we see this all the time.
I'm sure they knew who I was, which is even more embarrassing. But you know, they were respectful.
Sick.
And it happened to be
all guys, right?
And one woman, but the woman was one of the EMTs. When I
got
to the hospital,
made them turn the air off. Ooh, so they're sweating and just smelling your shit, like full on,
you know. But so then I'm at the hospital, and Bryan walks in, and I'm just like, I shit my pants, and I'm sitting in my shit, and Bryan's like, oh, they didn't clean you?
And Bryan, who's terrified of shit,
terrified, and I was like, no, and the ER doctor was like, we can't. We need to run all these tests first, and then we can get you cleaned up. Well, when you run tests, it's not like they come back right away. You know, hospital's busy.
That's just crazy to me, though.
They didn't want to move me, and I was so dizzy still and out of it. Yeah, and with the broken scapula, like there was just so much stuff going on. So finally, after 2 IV bags and some medicine, started to feel better. And then once I could walk, I was able to walk to the bathroom, and Bryan had to clean me. My poor husband. Ew. And because of my scapula, it's like, and the right, and I was like, Bryan, and he's like, I have to do this. And, it was just, it was so embarrassing.
And so embarrassing. I feel bad. It's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. And like my kids like make jokes, and Bryan, not now, but before, like, oh, you pooped your pants. Like that's the thing kids say. So Bryan, like literally, like when I finally get home from the hospital, he's like, I guess we can now say mommy poops her pants. And I was like, so it's now the joke in the family.
So Bryan, I get a call from Bryan and a text like, Brie's in the hospital. And so Bryan and I connect on the phone, and because I was on my way to the fair with Mateo, and I'm like, what's going on? And Bryan, though, doesn't tell me that Brie pooped her pants. And he just like says, but I could tell he was keeping something from me. Yeah, like
he was being polite.
He was being very polite. He was like, I tried to catch her, and it was difficult. And then she was out of it. And I could just tell there was missing information. So I'm like, okay, keep me updated. So then Brie, finally, whenever she was better, which I think it was the next day that I didn't even find out.
Yeah, the next day.
The next day, she's on group text with my mom, my brother, and I. And, she's telling a story, and she goes, and then I can't believe I shit my pants. And I just respond, you shit your pants. Yeah. And I immediately call her, and I'm like, you shit your pants? I was like, I couldn't believe what I was reading. I was like, oh, and then I know how your personality is. And I'm like, she shit her pants with EMTs. Like, probably some were firefighters, I'm sure. Who knows? And they're in the mountains, so they probably were like hot and like strong, and you shit your pants in front of them. I guess me as a single woman, I would die completely. Like,
I mean, I do remember they were tatted up and like,
oh my God,
cool vibes. And
I just will never forget my feeling of reading that. Like, you shit your pants. And then Birdie wrote a story about it.
Oh yeah.
But she didn't get to that part, right? But wanted to.
She wanted to. And I guess Bryan kind of talked to her and he's like, that is embarrassing for mommy. Like, I see that you're writing a story about mommy going to the hospital. But for my kids, they were like,
I couldn't even imagine.
The hell? I mean, they see their mother pass out taking a shit. But now they all know how serious my allergy is. But damn so
girl.
I know. Well, so the days after that, every time I'm like, oh, I have to use the restroom, Bryan would like look at me. He would be like, come watch me just to make sure. And I'm like, Bryan, now I have like, I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
But now all that's gone. Now we can laugh about it. It's, going to be something I have to live with forever.
You're going to be that girl.
I'm that girl. And that's so great. This injury has brought in my life, which is amazing. But I did start physical therapy.
Okay. How was that?
It was okay. It's
tough.
It's tough.
You got a long road ahead of you.
Yeah. Just like getting the arm out of the sling and just trying to move it around. I was like, holy.
Oh, when they brought up like you don't want stiff arm, all of a sudden I was like, oh,
frozen shoulder. Suck. Yeah.
Got to keep moving.
Yeah. But and I'm doing all my exercises, so that's good. And I get my first x-ray. They're trying to get it this week, if not next week. So, and I'll be getting it every 2 weeks. And then in 5 weeks, going for my CT scan. And then we'll see like if the bones are fusing. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. Jeez Louise.
Fingers crossed. If not, I don't know what they'll do.
I know.
So
every week will be something for you. Well, good luck and just listen.
I am.
Just listen.
I have a new show. Someone told me to watch Sterling.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, someone said on Prime Video, not Sterling Ranch, maybe? Sterling Island?
But we are very excited that our one show got season 2.
Oh, yeah. 5-star weekend.
5-star weekend.
Now, I did binge that one.
Yeah, you binged that in a day.
I loved that one.
That one was really good.
Yeah.
I started because the new season just dropped, season 3. So I was like, oh, everyone told me like this is easy watching, good feels, but my life with the Walter boys.
So I tried. It felt too young for me.
Yeah. It is easy. You have happy thoughts. Nothing. No,
it was cute, but
I'm on season 2.
Yeah, I didn't get through season 1. It just kind of felt a little young. But it's definitely a background. You can put it on and it's cute. Actually,
cute.
I finished watching the 3rd season of Lydia Poet.
I'm obsessed. Yeah.
Then have you seen kind of the same vibe?
Just dropped.
My Brilliant Career?
Yes.
I thought it was great.
Oh, I haven't seen.
Loved it.
I've only seen the first
episode. Just watched
episode.
the last episode last night.
And I love the fact that Ted Lasso's back and it's about women's soccer.
So watching that.
Yeah.
So look at it. I'm watching a lot of
see,
things.
You are watching a lot of things.
Yeah.
I haven't even, my past week and a half, as you know, has just been so insanely busy. And I actually haven't had time to watch. I've watched a few episodes of My Life with the Walter Boys, but like you said, it's background for me.
Yeah.
But I have not even caught up with Ted Lasso, like new stuff. There's just
I haven't watched the latest, but Ted Lasso to me that's like a true feel good.
I love
go to
Ted
bed
Lasso.
happy type of
I
show.
will admit, after watching the first 2 episodes, I do miss the guys that you just got attached to, the guy characters, but I feel
like they're going to come in and out. They have to, right?
Yeah.
I just don't see how you don't.
Right. At least we get what's his name is good. I always forget. I'm so bad with names.
Ted Lasso?
No, he's the coach now of the men's side.
Oh, I know.
But he's so awesome.
So amazing. So what about you? Anything new with you? I mean, I feel like we all kind of know.
I know. I feel like it's been back to school stuff and prepping for that. You know, I did a little staycation with Mateo in San Francisco. That's always
by
fun.
the way, so Nicole and I went different days, but we took our boys to the monster truck show.
Well, Hot Wheels.
Our Hot Wheel monster truck. We got it for their birthdays.
Glow in the dark.
And what an experience.
Yeah. So Mateo, when we first walked in, Brie and I are so not the loud monster. Well, I was not, I brought Mateo headphones, but I didn't bring anything for myself because I was like,
I had earplugs and that makes the world of difference.
Because I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is so loud. But when Mateo saw the guy on the mic, he sprinted to him. I couldn't even grab him. And he was trying to get on camera. He really wanted to be on the big screen. And so then the guy's like, wait for the next segment. I got to get you on the big screen. So Mateo ended up doing just a little segment with him, and he just loves. Oh, he was in heaven. He didn't want to give back the microphone. And I was laughing because he was supposed to just announce the score, and he misunderstood the guy and goes, "The winner is," and everyone was like, "Wait, what? He won?" It was so funny. It was really cute.
Yeah. Our day, every section he went to, the guy had probably 20 kids just surrounding him. It was so funny.
It's cute. Yeah, it was, as your, Buddy was. They just love it.
Buddy couldn't believe what he was watching.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he loved when
smashing on the cars.
Like the one they go high and then come down real. Him and Buddy
loved
brought a
the
friend.
donuts.
And they were just like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
And then the motocross was really cool.
Yeah.
And the boys loved the motocross. Like, it was kind of crazy, some of the flips, some of the certain stuff they were doing.
Yeah.
And Bryan and I went. Well, one of the motocross guys was like a gimmick.
Oh, of course.
And Bryan and I looked at each other and we were like, that would be a great wrestling character. I go, how is there not a character that is like this, but Hot Wheels? Like a Hot Wheels total gimmick.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
and he's like, I ain't gonna go till I hear you.
Oh, I love it. Actually, it would be so
on
sick.
his motorcycle, like the way, and he had his mullet and bright, like you can tell this guy lives for this.
Well, because we grew up around it, so we know.
And he was like, so then he was gonna go, and then he came back, and he's like making these hand signals, and I'm like, what's happening? Like, is the ramp not good? Mm-hmm. Tells the girl to come over with the mic. He's like, it's not loud enough.
Oh my gosh!
I was just like, man, get this guy in WWE,
right?
I mean,
it would be such a great character.
And he was wild on him out of all three of them. He was the wild one. And just, you could tell living on the edge. Like, this is,
those guys love it.
Yeah. But I was like, Bryan, that has to be a character.
That needs to be a character.
It was way too good.
That's so good. Well, someone was asking me about my character yesterday, how much they loved when I did that stylized pre-tape.
Yeah.
Because when you do think of the things I say in it, it's like, didn't she ask for her to come back? Like, you know what I mean? And I was telling them because I had changed my verbiage, what I'm using this character as, because I had to take, what happened from the beginning let's just say WrestleMania, on how I brought Paige in, but everything that's gone down, I'm like, you know how gaslighting's become such a big thing, and all the movies based on
gaslighting,
narcissists, gaslighting.
Yeah.
So that's what have made this character into, and the verbiage fitted so well of I'm just gonna gaslight so much.
Dang, and gaslight. I actually saw what you wrote under my video.
Yeah.
Calling me soft.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thanks.
I think you actually said soft like cheese.
Well, then I put in my stories and I called you softer than Brie cheese, because Brie cheese is soft out of all of the cheeses.
That used to be my favorite one.
Yeah, I was like, softer than that.
Yeah. Thanks, bitch.
You're welcome. But I was actually, it really helps for the character work and to write things. I'm like, oh, this is actually, so no one's really gone that deep into gaslighting. And this is actually a perfect way to be such a gaslighter.
Shit. All right.
You hurt her. You ruined everything. But I asked her to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
good.
And there's just so much to take from it. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually crazy back home now watching. And I'm like, there's Nicole. And it was like you were gone for so long, and now it just feels like
I'm just going back on the road, even this weekend
like
without
tomorrow,
you. I'm
just
like
so sad I don't get to get Catawba with you tomorrow at the airport.
beyond all of it.
I know. It's still like,
Sucks.
it's still actually, I'll be honest, shocking to me. And like people have like sent me the sweetest text messages, like just saying like, oh, we missed you so much in the locker room this week, and like different like sweet little things. And I was like, wow, like, you know, it's just crazy. And, you know, it'll be a while, but it's okay, you know, but it's just weird. I'm like, there goes Nicole. And here I am, just
here you
doing
are.
what she was doing all summer long.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it actually really will be.
Yeah. I love how we got into our Twitter war, Paige and I. I feel bad because I just have such great stuff to work with.
Because you're naturally a bitch.
Yeah. You know, I just kind of take it from people. I just kind of be like, oh, this is how this person would respond. But no, it's actually fun because you're like, oh, I could write this.
Well, sometimes
when I knew her
tweets,
segment when I knew her segment got cut, I was like, oh, wait, what was that? What did you have to say?
Oh my gosh.
But it's such like a great heel thing. Nikki. Yeah. And then when they posted her promo back at me, I was like, oh, was this during commercial break? Knowing it said online exclusive. It's so, and it was making people so mad. And I loved it. I'm like, this is so fun.
Oh, you love getting them all worked up.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun to watch. If you're on SmackDown this Friday, it'll be fun to watch. And
you know, at this point, I have so many ideas. If it just turns into an online story, why not?
I mean, it better not be online. Especially because I don't have Twitter. But better be on SmackDown. Yeah, but I guess if it's online, on Instagram. Fuck it. Nowadays, the way people stream and YouTube and do all the things, I guess it doesn't even matter.
Well, I was just brainstorming yesterday, preparing. You know, it kind of brought me back a decade ago. And I was preparing for, okay, I need to be prepared for these things now that, you know, might get cut.
Hey, at least you've been through it. You know what to do.
Exactly. So I was like, hey, we always made the most of things, right? It's how we fought and got like fire and made us want to break barriers more. And so I just was getting very creative yesterday of like, you know what? It almost would be great to just keep getting cut and making this like an online thing with Paige, because we do have so much equity and star power. But then I started thinking like we come from the reality era too. So we've done so much that goes beyond the ring. And I just was thinking about a lot of things like, all right, it'll work. I have a lot of ideas and I'm just prepared for whatever happens. So, and to really just ruffle feathers. Yeah. It's so much fun.
I mean, if there's one thing.
And I'm just going to watch like all these movies of these gaslighting men and I'm going to be taking notes.
Good. But yeah, I mean, I think one thing for sure is we've always known how to make lemonade out of lemons. So you're going to do that.
How to make. Yeah, you're right.
Were you just about to say how to make lemonade?
I wasn't.
Or how to make lemons out of lemonade? Whatever. No, we know, girl. We know. Well, we're all going to be sitting and watching. So I'll have SmackDown on this Friday. It's actually kind of fun because the kids and I look forward to it. I like do pizza. Yeah.
Well, I'll text you and let you know if I'm on.
Yeah.
Or if you just.
Well, I like watching anyways.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, of course.
But
it's all been, I mean, Chelsea
stuff. I loved it. I thought SmackDown was so great last week. I was bummed like Paige's thing wasn't on SmackDown, but I really loved Chelsea's green stuff. I thought they did a great job.
Her promo was epic.
It really was.
It was incredible. I hope they keep her as the champion for a long time. I just think there's so much there. I really hope the injury doesn't cause it to be short-lived. But like, you know, from Bryan, that injury is really serious.
So Bryan's broken his orbital bone twice. And actually the first time he broke it, you guys, it was on a top wrist lock and he got an elbow smashed to the face. So it's crazy how it can happen.
Right.
And when Bryan went
It's when you just hit the right
Bryan
spot.
was just like in so much pain. And then when he came back stage, he was like, holy shit. So,
I mean, that has to be so painful.
Yep, so painful. And
it's kind of like close to the eyeballs and the brain with that much inflammation that will shoot there and throbbing. I can only
one
imagine.
thing, like, and I think Chelsea Green kind of said in her Instagram post, but it doesn't look as bad as it feels. Like, and I remember that with Bryan, even though they'll get the black eye and all this, it's way worse actually internally.
Of course.
And so I remember, and Bryan actually broke it again when he went back. He broke it shortly again because it's one of those it's sensitive.
Yeah.
But then Bryan did the eye patch gimmick. You remember that? Oh, he loved it.
Well, I feel like we're gonna see something tomorrow. Or I mean, tomorrow with Chelsea. I feel like there's gonna be something.
Thought you couldn't fly
for
like a month.
She flew to do that promo.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. Nowadays they have things.
Well, I feel like there's so much you can take that controls inflammation.
For sure. That's what it is.
So that,
because it's all about that.
Big time.
And the blood thinning stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all that stuff.
And I'm loving Liv, Stephanie, and
their
Becky.
stuff's good.
I mean, I just pull out the popcorn and read Twitter and I'm like, I mean, unless I'm getting work, this shit feels real. Like, I love it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I love when it gets blurry. Like, I feel the same right now with Punk and Kevin Owens. But, like, I like when I don't know. Like when I have to text. Like, hey, do they really like each other or not? Yeah. I love that feeling.
It's the best.
It is. So I just let myself enjoy it as a fan.
Yeah, it's great stories right now.
Great. I mean, Solo is my favorite.
The best.
When Jay goes to shoot, boom,
and
boom, and he goes, did he get any of you back there? I mean, I'm obsessed with him.
I know. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. And like the whole turn on Roman, but like he's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, he reminds me so much of John.
It's a trip.
Like their facials, the way they talk.
Yeah. The dad has to be so proud just to see all his sons out there and his nephew and like.
How are you not?
Honestly, they're just crushing it.
The Samoans, I will never be sick of watching the Samoans.
They're so entertaining.
So entertaining.
And
that goes even with Nia. When Nia's out there, they're all entertaining.
They're very entertaining.
I love it.
So something that's going viral, and I think you will love this.
I do too.
Jealousy. I mean, I bet people do that. I bet people do jealousy a lot. Jason Kelce asked fans to send their pee to AI data centers in a new video. So he has gone viral for a musical marketing campaign addressing the massive water consumption of AI data centers, whatever. The ad features a strategical proposal to use human urine as a substitute coolant.
They should.
Genius. If it's going to cool it off, it better, because after the news that happened in the night for California, I mean, we are known as the state that's always in a drought. And the fact that Amazon is about to build an insane data center, is mind-blowing, because I'm like, wait, we already have an issue with water. So what is that going to be like?
Well, and also, I know I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but when I saw the price of it, we're talking a couple billion.
I know.
I go, is that the California taxpayers' money paying for that? Because no one wants it.
Right.
So don't use our money.
Yeah.
All the money you take from us, please. But I will say this. I think a lot of times
it's supposed to be voted on, and I think there's something messy there. I don't do politics, so I'm not sure.
Either.
But I think there's something messy there, because I was reading it, because I have become the type where I will write to my congressman to fight for things. And we've been seeing it. There's so many positive news out there of all these people using their voice and writing to their congressman or showing up. It is helping our environment. So I was like, I don't want to just preach it. I need to do my own thing too. And then it's cool, because I didn't realize then they give you all the updates on whatever, issue you're writing about. This is, and you do see he did it with Liquid Death.
No, I know, which is incredible.
Yeah.
I love Liquid Death. They're a great company.
But we do need to think of something, and hopefully they are thinking of something. But I just am like, why? It just kills me when I see AI stuff of things that don't matter. Well, there should be just strict laws with that.
And there's a lot of misinformation out there. And that's what people, because, you know, people, when I did a thing on AI on my Instagram, some people who came at me in DMs, who people I know, were like, actually, no, they don't use water. They use this and that. I'm like, actually, you are saying
Didn't
that
they
to feel
suck
better.
some lake dry almost?
Yeah, it's like, so you just have to really, you know, do your due diligence. Don't.
Well, I also think
everyone gets like connected to certain news stations. Everyone gets connected to certain websites, and they'll only believe what's off that. You've got to broaden your horizons. You can't. For me, this is me personally, and people might disagree. You can't like always pick a side and just go with that side. Just be open-minded. Be like, hey, this is happening. Let me see how serious the issue is. No matter, like, that's where politics makes everything all blurry. Take politics out of it. Just what's the issue? Is it going to affect me? If it's going to affect me, how can I help make it better for not only my children, for the animals that live amongst us, for what helps us breathe, trees, and just the whole ecosystem. But, you know, it's interesting because I think people get tired of celebrities speaking out and always using their voice. But for me, I love the fact that Jason Kelce is using his voice in this, because I
think it's yeah,
but I do see on like social media people get tired.
Well, they're athletes. I think it's really cool when athletes really like raise awareness. But no, I mean celebrities, anyone with the big platform. I completely agree.
I think it's important.
Now, have you seen the Jason Kelce video?
No.
Okay, let's real quick, just so.
AI data centers waste millions of gallons of water. That's why Liquid Death and Garage Beer decided to team up. We want your pee to cool these data centers. We want your pee. Please give us your pee. Let's pee on computers together. 'Cause we need lots of pee. Endless gallons of pee.
The farming.
Join our important endeavor. We want your pee. Please give us your pee. Let's be on computers together. Save humanity. We want your pee.
So good.
That's really good. Good for them.
Good
That's
for
hilarious.
them. I agree. You know, you'll probably get people that will disagree with you because they're making money off AI, so they don't want that to go away, right?
People are making a lot of money.
I see some of the pros with AI, but then when it comes to our future to live and our children's future and so on, let's all take a step back and let's go, how can we make all of this work? And then let's also make laws. So like, we can't do funny AI memes to our friends just because we're bored on our phone. Let's cut that out. And then let's just, because I feel like, okay, so you have big companies like Google and all these other platforms that have AI, but they also have the funds to back, like they can help make an environment better. And I'm good with that.
They
but
should
then
have.
If we have all these little things in between that are just wasting water and not giving back to the environment, then that's where I think the issue is.
So for me,
but I don't know.
Number one is we are not taking into consideration just living
10
survival.
years from now, I know.
The fact
that
that
one thing I did notice this summer, is even in my own yard and around me, how many less bees there were. I was mind blown. But I was like, oh my gosh, I usually have so many bees around my lavender and around other things.
All the pesticides that are used in Napa Valley. I mean, everywhere. It's disgusting. But for me, like the fact that these companies can just, they're not held responsible. Like before, I feel like there should be laws, there should be rules before you're able to launch. Like what is your sustainability?
Some of them might be held responsible.
Not really.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, people just, you know, have to know, like you can live without water for 3 days. Other than that, you will die of dehydration.
Yeah.
We can only drink fresh water. You can't go to the ocean and drink it. Salt water, you know, I'm sure they know how to filter that and make it into fresh, but that will come when we seriously need it. And then billionaires will charge us a shit ton of money for that. And people will pay it because it's survival. But like, that's like the part that gets me is with that circle. But you know what? Whatever. I always speak out on it. And I love that other people are using their voices.
Yeah. Hey, I'll send in urine.
I'll send in urine. It kill you nowadays when you talk to someone. And if they don't know the answer, they're like, let me ask AI. And I'm like, this can't be where we're at in life. Like, just think about it. You don't need to give me an answer within 5 seconds. Fucking just use your brain.
Right.
No, think about it. And if we don't know the answer, we don't know the answer. We've all like lived without the answers.
Before the data centers came about, I had ChatGPT, and I would, when everything was so new and they weren't saying anything bad about it. But the minute all the environment stuff came out, I deleted it. I was like, I'm not.
Human beings have incredible brains. Like, we have to work that muscle.
Yeah.
We are capable of so much. And they tell us all the time, we haven't even tapped into fully like what our brain can do and how powerful it is. Like, don't dim it.
Right.
Don't dim it. Don't let everyone do the work for you.
Well, we're lucky because we get to put emotion to what it is we want to do. AI doesn't have that part of it, but I do see though where it is really great too, because I didn't even realize now when I'm Googling, it's automatic, like AI giving me like when I wanted to find like the best coffee shop in San Francisco when I was there last weekend.
You can click on top, but I always like miss that where they put that first, you mean, in the Google?
Well, I feel like it all of a sudden just scrolls down because you know me, I Google everything.
Yeah.
But, and I did find the most amazing coffee shop, the coffee movement in San Francisco. Oh my gosh. Like I dream about that iced orange vanilla latte I had.
Sounds delicious.
It was unreal. And even someone's like, yeah, it's not the best coffee shop. I'm like, that coffee was ridiculous. They have a coffee lab in there so you could see how they're making their coffee. And then I love it because you order it and as you go down, the baristas are right there. So they're doing it fresh and then you hit the register, but it's all like freshly made right down the line.
Well, it was interesting because when Bryan and I were in the city just for that day, I was like, gosh, I wish I need to come up to the city for a couple of days, just walk around. It just looked so pretty. And like the way the fog was going through.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, ooh.
Well, I would have said, let's do rant of the week, but I think Brie already did that for us.
I definitely did. Don't get me started on that kind of stuff.
No, I'll go crazy. I respect opinions and thoughts, and I'm always down for conversation and debates, and it's fun. It's a great part of life. Hey,
it is.
People used to do it all the time when you'd only have to read a newspaper. It was just great to debate things and understand. So,
and I am definitely one of those people who's like, you be you, live your life. That's fine. I'm just going to tell you the things that what I feel and what I feel is good for our planet, and take it with however you want to take it.
What I believe in is if you want to give opinions, you have to be open to hear other opinions. And
exactly.
That's life. That's how we make it go round. So on that note, I feel like we need to now just get right into some inspiration.
Let's feel good for a second.
Let's feel good.
No, more than a second. For the rest of the week. So here's a quote by Maya Angelou. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you and I both, things we're going through right now, like, with you're creative at WWE. I loved how earlier you were just like, you know what? Like, it doesn't make SmackDown again this week, then I'm going to make it one hell of a story online. And I think that's great. It's like things can happen to us. Yeah. Things can change. Yeah. Gosh, in our careers, we know things change hourly. And I love how she says, but I refuse to be reduced by it. And I think that's so important. And you have a great attitude. Yeah. I'm just going to have to enjoy the relaxing life of chilling. Binging, chilling. Try not to snack so much. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh, that's the hard part.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've been good. Been doing a lot of my fruit and like whole foods, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's very hard, I will admit. But I love that. I just really love that.
I do too. It's crazy because it's not like, you instantly are just going to refuse to be reduced by it. When things happen to you, they take time to process. Took me a few days to cool off and be like, what, this is actually how I'm going to make it work. Because as we know, we could live life two ways. We can let things bother us and make us worse, or, shift our emotions in a negative way or take us down a dark path, or we can refuse it to be reduced by it, right? Just like Maya says. And sometimes those take a few days to process, and then you're like, this is how I'm going to make it positive. This is how I'm going to make it better for me. And one thing that I've learned so much, just even getting my blood work back again, because you and I always stay so consistent with that, it was crazy to see all my levels be great except for one. And that was around my heart. And that was cause of stress. And it's so bad to where I put myself in like an area of like high risk of heart disease because of how high stress I have. And that's when I just really had to be like, what are the things that are really stressing me out? And how can I control this or let go? And you know, I realized obviously like for a lot of us parents, I'm trying to like work on that part, whether it's like back to school, finding the right school for your child, this, that, whatever. But then it's also when I look at my career, what can I control and what can I not control?
Right.
I can't control when something gets cut. I can't control the overall creative. I can pitch and do all that, but what I realize is what I can control is when things happen, how do I make it something?
For sure.
And how can I make it something great and interesting? And also that feeds my soul of like, you know what, that's really entertaining. And I like it this way and I'm going to be okay with it because it's just not worth letting things affect you negatively. You already get affected, so why do we want to make it worse?
Exactly. Just got to look in the mirror every morning and go,
Bucket. I'm just going to send some urine.
Bucket.
But wait, that's giving back to Mother Nature.
Do you know?
You know, I'm down.
Or if it makes a big enough statement that we need to care more about Mother Nature, I'm for it.
Hey, the world saved Big Ben. So,
yeah,
you know.
Let's save our mother.
And as you saw with the Amazon, it's the best the Amazon forest has been in over 13 years with deforestation. So, and I was really proud also, and then we'll end it on this. When I was in San Francisco, which I am falling so in love with that city, it's just becoming one of my favorite cities. But they're now turning, you know how Paris has been working to be the urban forest for their city?
They do a great job, actually.
They do a great job. San Francisco's doing the same. Remember I was sending you photos of all the newly planted trees on the streets, and then you can scan it and you could help be a part of it. But they're on like a big movement and they're doing an urban
the
forest.
Bees in there too. They're starting to put the hives up.
So,
but the nice thing is
there's a lot of positive out there.
San Francisco's always had a lot of environmentalists in that city, which is great. That's what you need. Good. You need people to push that. All right, everyone. Well, you have a great weekend, and it is nice to be back with you, Nikki.
You too.
And you can find videos of today's episode on all of our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, we're on it. And we're also on SiriusXM Stars 109. And you can call us at our hotline 833-GARCIA2. Let us know what you think. If you have questions for us, hit us up. All right. Until next time.
Bye.